What's it really like to learn how to fly a paraglider?
I want to become a pilot today.
Hi, my name is Toby Colombe. I'm a senior paragliding instructor, a world record pilot and former international British paragliding team member. My team and I at Passion Paragliding have been teaching and guiding paragliding for over 15 years.
It's the most incredible fun you can ever have.
Paragliding is one of the most accessible and simplest forms of aviation. To float gently down from a mountaintop or to soar the invisible air currents on a paraglider is as close as you can possibly come to experiencing what it must be like to fly like a bird. If you're interested in learning to fly paragliders, this video's for you. We're going to follow 3 students, Dana, Stephen and Job, on their first one-week course with our school.
Yay!
Let's get into it. Day 1 is all about becoming familiar with the equipment and the basics of how to launch and land. We start the first day with some essential paperwork in the classroom, but 90% of our week is spent outside in the beautiful big outdoors. After learning some basics about the paraglider, the harness and other equipment, we're ready to start practicing inflating the wing.
My name's Dana and I went on a tandem paraglide last year in the Pyrenees. The instructors were really enthusiastic about it and I didn't realise you could do so much in such a short space of time and learn how to fly, so that's why I'm back here this year.
The paragliding wing is like a big supersized kite and learning how to control it on the ground is an essential part of learning how to take off. We start our training on the training hill, which allows our students to experience their first short hops, learning this sensation of just leaving the ground and landing.
I really enjoyed the ground handling sessions throughout the week. I found it as interesting in some ways as actually being up in the sky. I think I was surprised at how difficult it can actually be on the ground. It wasn't something I'd really thought about how you actually handle the wing. And it took a few good goes to get going.
We were managing the pitch of the bits.
But it was a great feeling when it all started to hang together.
Video debrief is actually quite valuable. It's very hard to remember exactly what you did when you're launching your canopy in the air. So many things to think about, and then it's very good to see yourself doing it, to see what you're doing wrong.
Yesterday was the first time that I just had a little twinge of fear when I looked up at the ridge up there and thought, oh, in a couple of days we're going to be lobbing ourselves off it. There's a little bit of nerves, but I think that's probably healthy to be nervous, otherwise there might be something a bit wrong with me.
Something we do at Passion Paragliding is to give each student a chance to fly tandem with one of our instructors. It's not an essential part of the course, but we find it helps students on their journey and speeds up their learning. Because we fly from some pretty big mountains out here in the Pyrenees, we find this experience helps our students get used to the feeling of being in the air and also learn how to set up an approach pattern to land, which is an essential part of learning to fly.
I thought the Tandem Flight was a really valuable part of the course, and I felt that I was learning a lot in a short space of time, and it was immense fun. I did get a chance to start to piece together some of the theory that we'd been learning in the classroom and have a think about the landscape.
Superb!
Because I realised that I'd have to be thinking where to land myself over the next 24 hours or so.
By the time it comes to their first big flight, students have done lots of mini flights just a few metres above the ground. They've already become reasonably proficient at inflating their wing and have a good idea of how to approach a landing zone and how to land. The first big flight is still a big first step, and it's only in consultation with their instructor that students decide they're ready to fly.
Thursday morning was first flight day, and it looked like the conditions were going to be good for it. I'd been properly trained, so I knew what to expect at launch site itself. We'd spent some time going through what was going to happen, where we were going to fly, how the launch was going to work. All the instructions were really clear. There was no doubt about what I had to do. So I felt confident.
I want to become a pilot today.
Okay, the first one will be Dana. Okay, copy.
For that first big flight, an instructor is on launch to assist with the takeoff, and another instructor is on the large landing field below.
Nice smooth conditions this morning.
I was so absorbed with just committing to the launch that I didn't really notice much of what was going on around me. I was just looking straight ahead at Janice, and he was looking after me to make sure I went in the right direction, and it all worked.
All the time, our students are in radio contact with their instructor.
So that's good, Dana. Just keep heading straight towards the landing field. You're on a good heading there.
And we only fly if conditions are super smooth and perfect for beginner flights.
It was about a 10-minute flight up from the top down to the landing site. I could feel the adrenaline pumping, but I also was able to relax into it and enjoy the views a little bit.
And now come to me.
I really enjoyed that first flight, and I felt like I was in control of what I was doing.
Now we're on final, looking ahead. Is the most incredible fun you can ever have. So cool. Can we do another one?
Nice one.
Cheers.
Well
Thanks
done.
a lot. Thanks
Perfect.
a lot. You give
Spot on.
You give full confidence. You know.
So it was something that I hoped to get out this week, was to meet new people and find out what paragliders are like, and it's been a major part of the week, and why the week's gone so well is that the other guys on the course have been huge fun to be around.
Our students all successfully completed additional big flights as required by the syllabus. All they need to do now is pass a simple multiple choice test. We'd been preparing them for this during the week, helping them to learn the basics of flying weather, some simple principles of flight and some very basic air law.
I mean, the teaching's been excellent. We've had some formal teaching sessions, we've learnt as we've gone along, there's been a lot of reinforcement. So I did feel really prepared.
Let's see how they get on.
To all of you, congratulations, you passed very clearly.
The exam was absolutely fine, and provided you've listened and paid attention through the week, should be pretty straightforward.
Cheers! If you were excited by this video, if you want the adventure and the freedom that learning to fly a paraglider can give, here's your next step. I made some big mistakes when I started to fly paragliders. To help you avoid those same mistakes and also to answer many of the questions you might have, I've prepared an easy to read booklet that will arm you with all the information you need, from how to choose a paragliding school to what it all costs and a few things you need to be aware of before you sign up. I think you'll find it very useful. Just click on the link below to get your free copy. For now, I want to leave you with a couple of things that I think will save you bundles of time and money. First off is the weather. Paragliding is hugely weather dependent. The wind and general weather conditions have to be just right. This is especially the case for beginners. In fact, the main reason I chose to set up a school here in the sunny Pyrenees is not just for the amazing scenery and relaxed atmosphere, but the very reliable flying weather conditions we have. Be warned, if you decide to learn in Northern Europe, especially in the UK, you're dramatically increasing the chances of cancelled days, of lots of waiting around and slow progress. Second, choose a good quality school. Quality means instructors and equipment, and whilst most schools are registered with an internationally recognised training body, it's definitely worth checking. Thereafter, ask about the age of the equipment you're going to be training on and how experienced the instructors are. In fact, there are several questions worth asking before you sign up. All of this and more is in my free booklet. By the way, following the filming of this video, I'm pleased to say that all three of our students we featured, Dana, Stephen and Job, all decided to continue with the sport. They completed an additional 1-week course, which they all passed, taking their knowledge, skills and experience to the next level, the level required to fly alone without the need of an instructor. If you want to follow in their footsteps, check out the link in this video so you can start your own flying journey. I really hope you found this useful. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments section. As with most sports, paragliding has inherent risks. We can keep these risks to a minimum, but you need to learn with a school. Please don't try to teach yourself, and this video is certainly no replacement for attending a well-run course. Second, paragliding is loads of fun, but it can be very addictive. Once you start, you'll have seen the world from a whole new perspective. You've been warned.
Oh, still EP.